Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Thompson in at the center. And stolen by Love. And James with the basket on the assist by Thompson.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move. And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. First quarter, just over a minute played. Stolen by Thomas. And a fast break now for the Celtics. And the rejection by LeBron. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. LeBron's got his second bucket of the game to go.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
To the middle, here's Bradley. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop. Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Nice ball movement by Boston. And the shot is good. Thomas got his first points of the night.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Assist.
Releases and stolen by Horford. And pushing it up, here's Boston.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Finishes the break with a slam.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
LeBron James.
Well, so far for Coach Brad Stevens, the Celtics have had nothing but praise for their outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the credit for that. A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Shumpert with the steal. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Shumpert's running. On its way from Irving for 2. The shot no good. Good D by Thomas. Boston trailing. And part of the reason why the Celtics are ahead of schedule in the rebuild is because of Coach Brad Stevens. He has everyone on the same page.
You know what? You talk around the league about Coach Stevens, and other coaches are just astounded by his work ethic. People around the league think he's already a top coach and could be one of the greats by the time he's done if he stays at the professional level.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Well, taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down. Greg started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Jerebko comes in for Johnson, and Marcus Smart is subbed in for Bradley. Cleveland also making some changes. Fry comes in for Thompson, and it's Dunleavy in for Kevin Love. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
And, you know, getting back to Avery Bradley, he's been dynamite the last 2 years. He's finally found consistency with the mid-range jumper and plays a complete game of basketball. With just a little more seasoning, I really feel like the sky's the limit. Yeah, and Al Horford really has become one of those elite two-way big men. And that's very rare. You look at most bigs in the NBA, they excel at either one end or the other, but this is one of those guys that does it all.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Outside Irving. From the wing. They get it back. Here's Fry. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
And Horford at 6'10", a natural power forward who's been pressed into duty at the center spot, but he holds his own on the low block.
He also does a really good job, Kevin, moving his feet and covering in space, covering the pick and roll. He's outstanding in that regard, which is important in today's game. He's got mobility and a high IQ.
What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
And the basket by Thomas.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about their great fan support in Toronto. A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Boston.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. We've got Irving. Thompson is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Dunleavy, and it's Shumpert in at the 2 spot. Outside Thomas. Pass to Zeller. Pulls it up. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feed. Zeller's got the lead up to 7 now for Boston. Irving attacking. Up and in. It's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
You know, one of the things, guys, that impressed me about the Celtics was the number of assists they had. I mean, they really focused on moving the ball. And when you do that and you have shot makers, the assists pile up.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. With the Celtics and their assists, they were second in the league in potential assists per game, meaning shots they missed that if they made would have been assists.
And that is a good thing, if you weren't sure. I mean, they were sandwiched between the Hawks and Warriors in that category. Pretty good company to be in. So they move the ball well. They just need to get a little more consistent at knocking down open shots.
Rozier, he's checked in for Boston. Shorty, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Brown. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Takes the 3. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Dunleavy. Dunleavy's got his first 3 points of the game. Bradley, no one around him. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Good.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Shorty. Irving with a clean look, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
You know, he almost pulled the trigger on that possession, but recognized that there was a better option. That's what we mean by playing for your teammates.
And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Al Horford is checked in for Zeller. Jay Crowder comes in for Brown. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Rozier. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way. You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bared that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck, how about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's not the visual I was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Cavaliers on D.
Cleveland foul call.
The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Jerebko's checked in for Johnson, and good on the second, so he makes them both.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
That's good from Thomas on the assist from Crowder. 8 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
The pass to Jerebko. And it's Bradley off the drive. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. It's the Celtics. They lead by 3. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with LeBron, and you obviously have been very productive. How pleased are you with where you're getting the basketball and how you're scoring?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but, not so pleased with, how I'm trying to, help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, this has been a good game here after one half. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. The biggest lead of the quarter was only... And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Without question, Avery Bradley displaying his skills today.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Thomas is the point with Bradley into his side. Jay Crowder out there with Amir Johnson. And it's Horford in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the Boston 5.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration. And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
That's tipped.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-overs. You got to finish the job.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively.
LeBron outside. Drills it from outside. LeBron's got 13. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for the Celtics. Marcus Smart comes in for Bradley. And Cleveland also making a change. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Kevin Love. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Tristan Thompson on the bucket with the assist by Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game. It's off his foot, and it's being called a kickball. It's stolen by Dunleavy. From about 16, and it's Irving missing.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
And now, one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
Thomas against Irving. Thomas goes in. Good D by Thompson.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
You know, really, quite honestly, Shumpert is as good as it gets when you consider knocking down shots like that.
And the shot is good. And now a 5-point Cavalier lead.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And Green gets it to go.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Irving with it. Now Thomas defending. Irving drives in. It's stolen by Green. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And it's Johnson with the jam.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
And Shumpert slams it in.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Thomas against Irving. Here's Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got assist number 7 for him tonight. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put out.
I'm looking over there at Greg. He's enjoying every second of it,
Yes,
Clark.
he is.
Yeah.
Me
Listen,
too.
the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Boston's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Dishes it to Johnson. Irving against Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas. Got it off in time. He knocks it down right at the buzzer.
That's a shot he'll never forget. As dramatic as they come.
He's got a special knack for the big moments. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
Let's go!
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Cavaliers leading, and Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Kevin Love out there with Channing Frye, and it's Irving in at the point guard.
Wow, the fans are really getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game.
Up to this point, Greg, it's been almost impossible to separate these teams. I think this one's going to be close all the way.
And that one's good.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
And Frye slams it in.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he fixed the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Shumpert, no good. Boston's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Thomas with the ball, guarded now by Irving. Irving with the steal, and Irving with a clear path to the hoop. That is good. And that it's now 9. Points for Amon Shumpert. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He told his squad, listen, guys, it's close. It's about execution here. If we do that, I like our chances. No hero ball, just trust each other and make the simple play. Kevin?
James wide open. The three-pointer off the mark. Celtics trail by 3. Crowder kicks to Horford. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Urebko's checked in for Boston. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. LeBron kicks to Fry. Baseline try. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Cavaliers lead by 3. And it's Bradley off the drive. Passes it to Urebko. The feed to Thomas to tie it up. The offensive rebound. For Cleveland, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Picked by Horford. Shumpert with the steal. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That is his first foul of the game. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game.
Jay Crowder. That's his first personal foul.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee. Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
The drive by Love. Crowder gets a hand on it. Inside, Thomas. And it's sent back by Irving. Bradley passes to Urebko. There's the dish to Horford. Down low. Outside for Thomas. Pass to Horford. Fires the 3. And he gets the bucket.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
The wide open look for Love. Drains it from 17 feet out.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assist. He just picked up his 4th personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys.
Thomas dishes to Crowder. Thompson with the block. And here we go. Love heading to the hoop.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Thomas goes in. It's tipped and stolen by Love. Now Cleveland moving it up. James with the ball. Got that one up quick. And it's an 8-point Cleveland lead.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, a careless, silly mistake there, though. I mean, coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense, that's costly.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that, it has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
Here's Thompson, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
To the inside, money!
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Thompson, but they get it back. Here's Irving, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They trail by 7. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Knocks down the trifecta.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. 8 seconds left in the game.
Substitution on the court.
Poked loose. It's stolen by Dunleavy. And here we go. Love heading to the hoop.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Your Celtics dancers, give it up. Substitution on the court.
Irving with the steal. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never...
Kevin, you got...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
We all know, anytime you got LeBron James on the floor, he's going to bring that will to win. He has so many tools in his arsenal.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.